So ladies and gentlemen, so what I'm going to teach you now will be the use of advanced hand gestures. As I said earlier, you need to learn advanced hand gestures so that you have a variety of gestures that you can choose to use, and in addition to that, you will also use meaningful gestures, yeah? Instead of just doing the same gesture over and over again for the next 20 minutes. So let me explain to you what the advanced hand gestures are. Now look at here, look at the screen, right? So the first, so there are 4 elements of the advanced hand gestures. The first element is when you describe things. Okay, now look at this example. Now first example, ladies and gentlemen, Jack Ma and I went fishing. He caught a big fish, I caught a small fish. Second example, second version, ladies and gentlemen, Jack Ma and I went fishing yesterday. He caught a big fish, I caught a small fish. Now, the third version, ladies and gentlemen, Jack Ma and I went fishing yesterday. He caught a big fish and I caught a small fish. So which of the 3, the first, second and third, is more meaningful to you?
3.
The third one. And there's also a variety, because when I say big, I extended. I said small, I brought my hands together. So whenever you come across the word big, huge, large, enormous, extend your hands. When you come across the word tiny, small, bring your hands together. However, please don't confuse your audience like this. Now, ladies and gentlemen, Jack Ma and I went fishing yesterday. He caught a big fish and I caught a small fish. Now that was very confusing to the audience, isn't it? Because big means big, you extend. Small means you bring your hands together like this. Just like when just now we attempted the topic, some of you attempted the topic, the 3 things that you would do if you were a billionaire. So the 3 things that I would do if I were a billionaire: number 1, I would buy a big house. Number 2, I will buy a big car. And number 3, I will buy a big husband. A big husband, yeah. So extend, yeah. So there are more things. For example, this is a huge problem. It is a small problem. Is it? Yeah. Who is the tallest here? Is it Putin?
Putin.
Yeah. Putin is tall, but I'm short. Yeah. Nilofa lives far away. Oh no, not Nilofa. Churchill. Churchill lives far away, but I live nearby. Okay? So what I want you to do now is, I want you to listen to my words, look at my gestures, observe my gestures. When I count 1, 2, 3, I want you to repeat both my gestures as well as my words. Okay? Ready? Yes. Jack Ma caught a big fish. 1, 2, 3.
Jack Ma caught a big fish.
I caught a small fish.
I caught a small fish.
This is a huge problem.
This is a huge problem.
This is a small issue.
This is a small issue.
Putin is tall.
Putin is
But
tall.
I'm short.
I'm short.
This is a round thing.
This is a round thing.
This is a square thing.
This is a square thing.
This is a triangular thing.
This is a triangular thing.
Some of your triangle didn't look like triangle. Triangular thing. 1, 2, 3. This is a
Triangular thing.
Okay, so whenever you come across those words, please use the right description. Now the second element is when you want to stress important keywords and ideas. You can either slap, chop, punch, point. Now look at this example, first version. Ladies and gentlemen, I want all of you to pay attention to what I'll be telling you, because this is important for the future of your career. Second version. Now ladies and gentlemen, I want all of you to pay attention to what I'll be telling you, because this is important and critical for the future of your career. So which one now looked more determined?
Second.
The second one, okay? So when you want to stress, you can either slap, follow slap, chop, punch, point. So one of these, yeah? Now look at this other example. This is an important issue. This is an important issue. So which one look more important? Yeah. One more time. This is a serious matter. This is a serious matter. So which one looked more serious? Second, yeah. This is an important issue. Now why do I stress the word important? I did this to stress the word important, right? This is an important issue. Now why did I stress the word important?
Main point.
Because the meaning of the word important is important. So stress all the important words, okay? So follow after me. This is an important issue. 1, 2, 3.
This is an important issue.
We must solve this problem.
We must solve this problem.
We need to buy this equipment.
We need to buy this equipment.
You have to visit the site.
You have to visit the site.
We should terminate the vendor.
We should terminate the vendor.
Say that again. Teacher?
We should terminate the vendor.
Determinate. Terminate. We should terminate. One more time.
We should terminate the time.
Okay, never mind. So we'll try that again, yeah? So we should terminate the vendor. So the third element is when you come across a negative word, yeah? When you come across a negative word. So imagine that that we have a court case, yeah? We are in the court. Nilofa there is young Arif, who is the judge, and I've been accused of let's say that we are in the federal court of Malaysia. Nilofa is a federal court judge, which is the top judge, and I am Datuk Sri Anwar Ibrahim. This is the case of the government of Malaysia versus Datuk Sri Anwar Ibrahim, sodomy part 2. So after the deliberations from both the solicitors from both parties, right? So the defense, after the defense has also delivered the pleading. So before the judge deliver the judgment, so the judge will call the accused to come forward to deny the accusations, right? So assuming Nilofa played the role, you are Yang Arif, yeah? I'm Arif, yeah? The judge. So you call me. So first version, Yang Arif, I am not guilty, I didn't do it. Second version, Yang Arif, I'm not guilty, I didn't do it. He did it to Saiful Bukhari. Okay, which one looked more determined in denying the accusation? The second one, yeah? So what I did was, when I come across a negative word, yeah, I didn't do it. I'm not guilty. The negative word was didn't and not, right? What I did was, I crossed my hand. Okay? So whenever you come across a negative word such as didn't, not, couldn't, wouldn't, shouldn't, without, just cross your hands and let go, yeah? Just cross your hands and let go. For example, I'm not guilty. Cross your hands and let go. Cross the negative word. Don't cross the other words. For example, yeah, the right one, I'm not guilty. Don't do this. I'm not guilty. I didn't do it. Instead of I didn't do it. Dia buat ketak ni. Now you're confused yourself, is it? Because you underline the word doing. Or you underline the word guilty. So you underline, cross to underline the negative word to deny, okay? Cross and drop your hands. Don't do this. Yang Arif, I'm not guilty. Cross your hands and do it properly. Don't do this. Yang Arif, I'm not guilty. Just with your finger like that, okay? So cross and drop your hand. Okay, follow after me. I'm not guilty. 1, 2, 3.
I'm not guilty.
I didn't do it.
I didn't do it.
The vendor couldn't deliver.
The vendor couldn't deliver.
They didn't give instruction.
They didn't give instruction.
The hole is not deep enough.
The hole is not deep enough.
Not deep enough.
Not deep enough.
Yes. So whenever you come across a negative word, cross your hand, okay? Cross your hand. So that is the third one, when you come across a negative word. The fourth one is when you come across the logical, when you want to show the logical sequencing of your ideas. Yeah? Remember, when you are delivering a formal presentation, then you need to sequence your points because you have points. Point number 1, point number 2, point number 3, is it? Yeah, so you have points. You are not telling a story. A story doesn't need points, yeah? Please don't after this return home and tell a story to your children or to your child like this. Okay, when you return home, okay, please come to mommy. Mommy want to tell you a story. Today, mommy want to tell you the story of the hare and the tortoise. Number 1, before the race, the hare challenged the tortoise to a race. Number 2, during the race, the hare overtook the tortoise. He was confident of winning and then he went to sleep under the mango tree. Number 3, at the finishing line, the tortoise crossed the finishing line first. When the hare saw this, and knew that he lost the race, he cried endless tears. But it was too late. Now don't tell a story number 1, number 2, number 3. No one tells a story like that. But when you are delivering a formal presentation, a business presentation, are you telling a story? No, you're not telling a story, isn't it? So therefore, you need to sequence so that the audience know what your points were. Like what you did just now, point number 1, point number 2, point number 3, right? If you did a sequence 1, 2, 3, I couldn't remember what your points were. Yeah? Have you come across a situation during a lecture, for example, your lecturer, instead of showing 1, 2, 3, he just went the first point, the second point, the third point, and you elbow your neighbor. Is he still talking about the second point, or is he now talking about the third point? Have you come across that situation? Yes, of course, right? I've come across many of those situations too. And the reason why I was confused is because the lecturer didn't sequence his points like this. So follow after me, yeah? Point number 1. Point 1, 2, 3.
Point number 1.
Point number 2.
Point number 2.
Point number 3.
Point number 3.
Reason number 1.
Reason number 1.
Reason number 2.
Reason number 2.
Reason number 3.
Reason number 3.
First step.
First step.
Second step.
Second step.
Third step.
Third step.
Right? Always do this, yeah? Okay. Now, if you want to show number 1, you can either show the first point with your thumb or the first point with your index finger. But never show number 1 with your middle finger. Okay? No, that one people will start throwing their shoes at you. Okay, so don't be vulgar. Don't show your middle finger for number 1. Okay, get it? Okay, so let me summarize everything for you. Now, you need to apply a variety of gestures and meaningful gestures so that the audience continue to focus on you, pay attention to you, and they are not bored with your presentation. So if you want to apply a variety and meaningful gestures, then you need to apply the 4 elements of advanced gestures. So let me tell you what those gestures are. Let me repeat them for you. Number 1, when you describe things, big, small, short, tall, huge, round, triangle. The second one is when you want to stress important keywords and ideas. You can either slap, chop, punch, or point. For example, this is an important issue. Number 3, you can also to show your denial, to show that when you come across a negative word, you can cross your hands. Yeah. For example, I'm not guilty. He didn't do it, like that. Remember to cross, to underline the negative word. And finally, number 4, please raise the right number on your fingers to show the logical sequencing of your points, so that the audience know you are speaking on which point. For example, point number 1, point number 2, and point number 3. So I hope in the next practice you will start applying these 4 elements of advanced gestures, so that your presentations and delivery will be enhanced and the audience will start to pay more attention to what you are saying. Can you do this?
Yes.
Can you do this, class?
Yes.
Okay, give yourselves a big round of applause. So what I'd like you to do is to turn to the next page. Sorry, I have this. I want you to turn your manuals to page. Okay, turn your manual to page 13. 13. Turn your manual to page 13. I want you to select another topic from page 23. If you don't like any of those topics, you can choose a topic of your own. You can also choose to talk on a topic related to your work. For example, the 3 safety measures that you must take before you start your boring work. For example, yeah? Or you can talk about the 3 things that you need to check to ensure that your boring work is complete as per specification. Can also. Yeah, if you don't want to talk about things related to your work, you can continue to talk about Doraemon, Mickey Mouse, and your mom. Okay? So, continue. Please choose a different topic. Thank you very much.